Just thinking of another quote from Buffett where he said if he started all over again today and was managing very small amounts of capital, he thinks he would be able to get close to 50% returns per year. And do you think, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's still feasible today?
Well, look, I'm not familiar with the quotation. I don't know when he made it or what he was talking about. It's very hard to have a goal of 50%. 50? Yes, and especially in a low return world, you know, when 25 years ago, no, excuse me, 15 years ago, when the Fed funds rate was, I think, 4, and the 5-year Treasury yielded 6, then, for example, stocks would have to be priced to return 10, 11, 12 in order to compete with fixed income. High yield bonds might have yielded 10, contractual. So stocks had to appear to offer much higher returns. Now, with the Fed funds rate at 0 and treasuries at 1 to 2, people will say, you know, if I could get 6 from stocks, that would be great. So that means in order for the prospective return to come down, the price goes up. And I think that's happened, and that's what's explained the move of the stock market over the last 14 months. Now, he says if he had a little money to manage, and of course that's an important key, because you know, the less money you have, the more you can use these tiny situations, which are maybe too small for any other institutions to care about. Anything that discourages people from going into a certain area plays in favor of the people who will go there. And in fact, we talk about the efficient market, things priced fair. In the efficient market, nothing returns 50%, by the way. So nothing in the efficient market, everything's priced fair. But then maybe it's not all perfectly efficient. Maybe there are inefficiencies, what I call mistakes, things that are priced too low, bargains where you can't get very high returns. But if there are bargains, what would be the source of those bargains? What is it that makes those bargains come into existence? And the answer for me is ignorance and apathy. Also bias. If something is priced to return 50%, but if everybody finds out about it, it's not going to stay that way. The other thing is, if people say we'll buy high quality stocks at any price, then the return on that on high quality stocks will go to hell, because people will pay too much. If people say, I wouldn't touch a B-rated bond at any price, then B-rated bonds can have too high a return relative to their risk. They can be underpriced relative to their risk. That's an inefficiency. But you have to find those things. And size is one of the things that does it, because I remember talking to people, you should think about this, that. They say, no, too small. They don't say it's not a good company. They don't say it's overpriced. They don't say it doesn't have growth potential. They say too small, despite the merits. Well, then that's where you should look. You got to do the things which are the opposite of the mistakes other people make. But it's not easy. So even if you had a small amount of money to invest, in answer to your question, that's not enough. You still have to have a high level of skill. And just going into so-called inefficient markets or alternative markets, private markets, just going into those markets doesn't give you money, doesn't guarantee you success. You still have to be a superior competitor in order to have success.